The game don't love nobody. And that's the moral of the story. If you've been watching this channel long enough, you'll have become familiar with certain Julius isms. Things that I say all the time, but often ring true. They may be cliches, but the thing about cliches is they're often true. The game don't love nobody. And, I try to limit it to just the boxing conversation. You know, that in boxing, I mean, in life, everybody's looking to better deal everybody. That's obvious. But more specifically in boxing, yeah, everybody's looking to better deal everybody. So when these fighters don't get what they want and they start crying about, they start crying about it, how they're mistreated. That's a part of the reason I don't pity them because they're scumbags too. What it do, Danny? What it do, Jump Piece? What it do, Mr. T? Virtuoso, we out here. Yeah, man. I mean, like, it's a bad look. It's a bad look. Don't get it twisted. But the funny thing that's coming out about this, Mr. T, is Conor Ben, in going to Zuffa, may have committed career suicide because the Brits is eating him up. They're fucking killing him, man. They're angry. Undefeated, what it do? Richard, what it do? Oakland, what it do? Aloha, la loese, que lo que es, mi niño. When it comes to money, fuck loyalty. It's all about getting the better deal. I hear you, Oakland, but I wouldn't have did it the way he did it. That's just not how that's not how I get down. I would have told him, yo, they offering me 18 mil over there, right, Ed? Check it out. They got 18 mil for me over there. I'm letting you know because you my guy. I'm letting you know. I ain't gonna go behind your back or nothing like that. We tight. But they got 18 for me over there, bro. If you got 18 for me over here, I'm staying with you. But I gotta do what I gotta do. It's not taking a bread, it's that money reveals character. Money reveals character. And those who have it and those who don't, and those who are characters. Virtuoso, yeah, Chance said Simon Jordan is going to have a field day tomorrow morning. Of course he is. Conroy didn't even give that man a phone call. Hit it and quit it, baby. That's fucked up. It's fucked up. I guess I see it different because in corporations, it don't matter. Yeah, I hear you about corporations, right? I hear that. But that's just justifying being a sinful, evil person. And I am not those things. Because the corporation do it don't mean it's not some scumbag shit. Yeah, corporations fuck over people. Lots of ordinary people like me and you. That doesn't make it right. You either believe in things or you got good and God in you or you don't. Because it wouldn't have took nothing for Conor to say, yo, look, these dudes just hit me up. They got wild money for me over there. Ed, if you can match it, I'll stay here, bro. But if you can't, I got to do what I got to do for my future. Eddie Hearns is a good guy. We took a picture of Santa Monica Pier boxing show. Yeah, you could tell he's a good guy. That's why he's hurt. The grass is always greener over the septic tank. Ben, new email. Who's this? You know what I mean? Conor might lose the yeah. That's what's going on, Murph. Murph, that's what's going on. I got a spy over there. Her name is Emma Willis. I got a spy over there. She feeding me all the intel, all the secret shit. They not fucking with Conor over there, bro. They did though, man. They did, man. I know they hurting. I meant the no loyalty towards the corporation or the job. But you bring up a valid point with Conor because Eddie stood for Conor after the pet. That's what I'm saying. That you could take the money. You know what I'm Oakland. You could take the money. I'm not saying you can't take the money. You could take the money. But the fact that the way you went about it is what's fucked up. You could take the money. Even Lawrence Okolie showed more character because when he got an offer from Boxer, he came to Eddie like, yo, look, they got this for me over here. They got this for me. If you match it, yo, we could keep working. If not, I'm going over there. The fact that, yo, you really ain't tell him nothing, you ain't warn him. When he find out, you like, nah, I don't want to talk to you. Yo, that's crazy, because that dude had your back. He had your back. But you can't trust motherfuckers that put peroxide in their hair. And I have always thought that. You can't trust a motherfucker that put peroxide in his hair, bro. What the fuck wrong with him? Matchroom's second biggest UK star, but their 25th best boxer. You know what I mean? For real, Michael, you go blonde, you are gone. Exactly, fam. You can't trust a man that puts peroxide in his hair, and you cannot convince me otherwise. Something got to be wrong with you for you to be doing shit like that. In all my 73 years of life, I have never had the desire to put my head over the sink and put peroxide in my hair, bro. There is loyalty just to the bag. You couldn't have a talk, kinda, saw the zeros and said, I'm out. I dig it. But that's what I'm saying. You can take the money. It's not about, yo, you shouldn't have took the 18 mil. No, you can take the money, but be real with your shit. Be upfront. You can take the money, but you did owe that guy a phone call. You owed him better than that. And that's why I already see what's happening. Something gonna happen to you, Connor. Something gonna happen to you. Because that's not good juju, bro. It's not. The way you did that shit, that's not good juju. Golden Lord Connor. For real, right? Cisco Connor. Motherfucker, that dun. Especially when you about to be a more public figure looking at big fights. It's gonna happen, Knight. It's gonna happen. For real, that's Media Man, Big Daddy Kane, and the Golden Lords. That shit, wow, homie. So we gonna get some opinions on this thing. We gonna get some opinions, because I don't expect everybody to agree with me. And I don't want motherfuckers just agreeing with me. If you got a fucking opinion, you got to say that shit. So don't just be fucking agreeing with me. You know? You think he gets, oh yeah, yes. Social. You see how it happened, right? Social. Eddie built that man. He got him to a title. And as soon as somebody came over with some grass is greener on the other side shit, what happened? He lost. He fucking lost. He lost to Chris Billum Smith. Undefeated. What it do?
What's up, bro?
What do you think about Conor Ben better deal than Eddie Hearns's, bro? What's your opinion on that?
It I believe it's sad, bro. It's sad because he had your back, bro. That motherfucker was sticking his neck out, his tongue, paws. Bro. He was putting everything on the line for you after you got caught.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
he at least he at least should have done what Bam did. Like, hey, bro, look, this is what they're offering me. If you want to match it, come on.
Virtuoso, what do you think about that shit?
I think that's some slimy shit that he just did, man. And to not even, hit back Eddie after what he did for you, bro. Like, listen, man. Chance to the bed, I gotta refer to her. Shout out to her. He grew gray hairs defending this man for 3 years. That,
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? You know what's going under the radar, bro?
Well,
That Mauricio made him like the number one contender
oh
for the
yeah.
welterweight.
Yeah.
He's gonna fight for the Zuffa belt now.
Es que la vaina, manín, es que no sabemos lo que de verdad. I don't really know what exactly. What just ponlo tú. What could they have for him to do that would warrant an $18 million purse for a one-off? What is a fight where that number would make sense? Because
the
it's a
question
one-off.
is,
Go ahead,
who's the fighter? Who's the fighter that's gonna get him that kind of money if
Who,
it's a
bro?
one-off?
Who?
Is it Floyd?
Mayweather?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Mayweather.
18,
The thing
18 million for
no,
Conor Ben.
don't start monologuing, Chris. Please don't start monologuing.
I'm not gonna monologue at all.
Don't fucking monologue. Floyd just signed to CSI Sports, so I don't know. I don't know. I never even heard of those people, by the way. But Floyd
CSI.
just yes,
They're gonna do
CSI
forensics.
He's gonna find some sperm somewhere and shit.
to find where they stole the money. Where did they put the money? Yeah, they're gonna find forensics. right. Shout out to motherfucking El Cagón. Karma for Eddie trying to poach Virgil.
Damn.
I
don't
Chris,
think. I don't.
wait. Let me go to Chris because I didn't ask him. Chris, what do you think about what Connor did? And please don't fucking monologue, okay?
I'm not gonna monologue. I know you trying to do that country shit.
I don't need to hear about Gerald McClellan if we're talking about Connor. Okay.
Show me some TV.
Or Harold Graham.
Harold Graham. Funny enough. I love how you sounded it virtuoso. What a prick you are. Yo, I don't think he can make 147 anymore. I don't think he wanted to do the rehydration clause with Lewis Crocker. And I don't know why he didn't want to do that. And he's food
no,
for
but he couldn't. But Chris, he couldn't get Lewis anyway because Lewis has to fight the Australian. I don't know if you know that the Australian. Yeah, he has to. Like, it's made already. No Limit has that fight. It's made already.
Oh yeah, you're right. So
I mean, he's not an option. He's not an option.
It wasn't an option, but yo, at 147, you have title fights galore. Eddie could have definitely got you the title fights galore and everything. But if he can't make 47 at 154, Boots Ennis beats the shit out of him. Fucking Fundora beats the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Josh Kelly is probably the only winnable fight there, but at 147, that would have been more of a winnable fight there. But at 154, I don't think he beats anybody, including Josh Kelly. So what do you want him to do? He goes to a place where it's safer travels. But hey, you might walk into a Umar Zembekov type of fighter and get your head knocked off.
All right, bro. There's 5 people up here, Chris. Jesus. Mr. T. Mr. T's not going to eat a dick. Mr. T.
I will bounty the shit out of all of you, myself included.
Bounty him. Mr. T, $18 million for a one-off. Who is it that they want him to fight? $18 million for a one-off. There can only be so many people that would get you a purse like that for a one-off. Who and where?
Probably.
Is it?
I think probably 154 and maybe Connor or Virgil. I think they're trying to get both of them from Oscar.
So you think they're trying to put Connor in the ring with Virgil, and that's why they're paying him so much for one fight?
Or Ryan, or they're just trying to overpay. Like Turkey crazy as hell for even giving him that much money to begin with, because you know it's coming from him.
True.
Yep.
That is true.
You know, I said it like about 2 weeks ago. Like Eddie has to retreat because it's over in the USA. It's over, bro. You got to retreat back to the UK. They need somebody to open up that UK gate, bro. Who better else than him?
Over there too.
Shout out to Rohan. Ben versus Callum Walsh is what's being rumored right now.
What?
Wow,
2 packs of ass if that's the case, bro.
For $18 million? There has to be some stipulations to get that $18 million, bro.
This motherfucker's so mad his Wi-Fi started fucking up.
This some bullshit.
That motherfucker had a blood pressure spike and his Wi-Fi started fucking bro. Ray. Is it fucked up in your opinion what he did? Just be real. Is it fucked up? Is it not fucked up? What do you think?
Nah, it's the game, bro. Yo, shit. Eddie was trying to do that to all the Al's fighters. I didn't have a problem with it. You trying to do what's it called? Dana did to your fighter. Sure. And I'm surprised you said it's a one-off though. That's kind of weird. Not gonna lie.
That's the story. That's the story though. That's what Chris Mannix said. It's a one-off deal. It's not a 3, 4, 5 fight deal.
The Eddie probably doesn't even care, to be real. But that's still weird though. It's like, what's the point? Like they got no options on him after?
The other thing is this. After the betrayal, well, you could certain things you have to read in between the lines. Even if it's only a one-fight deal, whatever they told Connor, it was enough for him to betray Eddie. So maybe on paper it's only a one-fight deal. but they must have some sort of a plan, because if it was just about one fight, you could have told Eddie. AJ had one fight on Netflix, right? And they told Eddie, like, yeah, they got wild money for me over there. They got crazy money for me over there. And it wasn't fucked up like that. Whereas you, they must got something in mind or in store for you. And I kind of agree with Chris that, yeah, was he really going to make 47, bro? Was he really going to do that? Because I didn't even know
I
if he
think
was
it's a
going to do that.
multi-fight deal. It has to be a
Okay.
multi-fight deal
If it's
because
one
there's no
fight,
way you're just getting $18 million for like what Ray says, a 2-pack of bare ass. The fuck?
Callum Walsh, bro, get the
but
fuck
it's
out of
like,
here, bro.
I don't get it though. That's a horrible. Well, no, that's not a great fight. It might be
No,
good
no,
to
no.
watch,
It's
but I
no,
don't
no,
really
no,
see
no,
the
no,
point
no,
of
no,
it.
no. No, it's a good fight. Like, look, as an Irishman, it's a good fight. Like, I like that. Believe it or not, because Callum throws a lot of punches, but he don't hit hard. Connor is small, but he do hit hard. So there's a balance there that could actually make that fight appealing when you make it. The thing is, that's not an $18 million fight by no stretch of the imagination. Callum Walsh ain't big in Ireland. Well, why would you pay Connor that much to fight him? Or is it you just paid him that so he would leave Eddie? Is that what it is? That, yeah, we just
Are
gonna
you
throw a lot
sure?
of money at him.
That's the
'Cause
only thing
fuck
it looks
Eddie.
like, man. Because listen, I never thought that Connor was gonna make 147 or even beat the champions. Because like to me, Connor is a showcase fighter. He's living off his
Mm,
daddy's name, you know.
mm.
So if
You
it's for
don't think
that,
he
then
would have beat Mario Virtuoso?
yeah, he probably would have knocked him out. But like that's the only one I can think of. You know, it's like nah, he was never after it. It's all about the bread.
Wow.
What I thought was ironic was as soon as Eddie was talking shit, all of a sudden Connor does this shortly
Wait,
after.
can I ask this?
Yeah.
Has Eddie said anything about this?
Yeah, bro. You didn't see the interview? He was about to
He was on
cry.
IFL.
Yo, go to IFL. Yo, you could go to IFL right now because it's not a long interview either. It's only about 13 minutes. And you could watch it. Yo, Eddie hurt, bro. Like, he hurt, like for real. He's sad.
Damn
Bro,
bad.
he had plans for him. Plural plans.
This is probably worse than what Cal Brook did to him with the Terrence Crawford shit. A lot
Or
worse.
Harold Graham.
Yeah, he did dick though.
Everybody got their isms. One thing Chris is going to do is he going to say a lot of words, and at some point he going to bring up Harold Graham. At some point, and Gerald McClellan. At some point,
I don't bring up
Virtuoso.
Harold Graham, or Jared McClellan on this chat.
Yeah,
ever.
bro. I have a file.
Pull out the
Virtuoso.
files then.
It's not so much what he's saying, but at some point he gonna be in a project hallway. At some point, at some point in the live, I don't know if he cracking a Dutch or saying, but he gonna be in a project hallway. Herb, at some point, Herb is gonna mention the prosties. Country, at some point he gonna interrupt me. Like, I don't know when, because it's random, but at some point he gonna interrupt. Everybody got their isms. Chris's isms is Harold Graham and Gerald McClellan. He got to bring them up at least once every
That's
live.
fucking hilarious, bro.
And a rest in peace to Patrick Day. Don't forget that,
Yeah.
That's my man's. Well, R.I.P. to him though.
Yes, for real.
Shout out to Joshua. Conor McGregor looking at TKO UFC right now before returning. Yo, I know them UFC fighters got to be mad as a bitch, bro. Sean Stripnine, oh, he got to be mad. Like, you're telling me I got to watch this fucking... Like, that, them dudes not making nowhere near the same money. And you can reconcile it easily. Bro, the UFC don't got nothing to do with Turkey LLC. They don't got nothing to do with Nick Khan or none of them. But they not going to be hearing that. Like, one thing that Eddie Hearn said that was true, them guys over there going to be mad as a bitch. Like, y'all got 18 mil for Conor, but I got to get kicked in my fucking face for $100,000. That's some bullshit. That's some fucking bullshit.
Niggas got choked the life out. Niggas trying to choke the life out of me for fucking $5 million. The fuck out of here.
I'm trying to tell you, bro, but you could pay this motherfucker. He took the hair on his ass and put it on his face.
Bold of you to say $5 million, Chris. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That shit might be
You're
like
right,
500,000.
one and a half, one and a half
You-
mil.
No,
that's
no,
even
no.
too high, like
300K on a
They get,
350.
cheese stick.
You gotta go
they
lower.
get. It's 500,000, but only if you win, bro. If you're not winning that, that's 250.
That's if you get
Ray,
performance of the
let
match.
me ask, let me ask Ray something because I think Ray is smarter than all of you. Even Chris, I think Ray is smarter than Chris. And yeah,
Watch
Ray,
your mouth. Watch your fucking mouth.
Bro. He is smarter than you. I ain't even it's not cap. I seen y'all SAT scores. Ray, is this what you thought? Is this what you
You're not
thought
supposed to say
Zufa was
that,
gonna
bro,
do?
but you know, what the fuck?
Are you surprised? Are you surprised with what you're seeing, Ray? Is this what you thought it was gonna be? Nah, I didn't think this.
Fuck no. I didn't see fucking 18 mil for one fight with Conor Ben in Zuffa's future. That I've never seen Dana White just like spend a shit ton of money for. It feels like no reason unless I'm told otherwise. As far as I'm hearing it right now, that dude just paid $18 million for one fight with Conor Ben against Callum Walsh.
I think Dana sent Eddie a message by doing that.
I think I wasn't talking to you, Mr. T.
That's an expensive message, bro.
That's true. You weren't, but that's just what I think.
Mr. T, is this what you thought it was gonna be?
No, I thought they would take things slowly, but Dana and them just sped it up. I think personally, Turkey said, you know what, y'all talking too crazy. Y'all not talking directly at me, but y'all talking about me. So let me just throw something in a game to fuck y'all over real quick. And now you saw the quote tweet from Drew, right? They trying to move to the UK now.
Yep. Country, is it a betrayal? Is it, or is it business?
It's a slap. It's business, but it's a slap in the face at the same time. And my question is, okay, he's going there. They said it's a one-fight deal, but is he really in a one-fight deal, or is he going to end up being there permanent?
I think you know why I think it's a permanent situation, because the way you did it, you can't go back. You don't have nothing to go back to. It's the way you did this, the Matchroom. I don't even think they want you back. They don't want to promote you now. Like, okay, Brody, if that's how it's gonna be, that's how it's gonna be. But
hey, what about that boxing league that they were supposed to create?
I mean, they're still doing. They're still doing that. I mean, they. Is this the Democrat?
Yeah,
Undefeated. Is this the Democrat?
I'm not a Democrat, bro.
All right.
Listen, he
Yo.
had a wire. He had a wire the
Jules.
last time he was here.
Okay, hold on. Just answer this. Do you do drugs, bro?
I mean, I'm
It's-
36. I've had some experiences.
Do you do
in my past.
fentanyl? Do you do
Hell
fentanyl?
no.
Everybody on this
Hell
panel.
no.
You guys sound like
Everybody
a
on
Democrat.
this panel. Everybody
Hey,
on
Jules.
this panel does fentanyl, bro. So you better come correct.
Hey, fuck.
Do you?
Hey,
Matter of fact,
hey,
matter of fact,
Jules.
hey, cam up and do a line in front of us to see if you're not a
Nah,
cop.
bro.
Right now.
hey,
Right now.
Jules.
You know, if
Let
you
me
a
speak my
cop, you
piece.
gotta tell me if you a
Let me
cop.
speak
You
my
know, if you a
piece.
cop, you gotta tell me you a cop, right? You gotta
Let me
tell
speak
me,
my
bro.
piece. Let me speak my piece.
Herb, pat
Let
him
me
That's
down.
speak
actually a
Herb,
common
pat
misconception.
him down. Pat him down, bro. Pat him down.
Hey,
Talk your shit.
Jules,
Right your
Or,
cheeks, bro.
bro, look.
hey, yo,
Hey, let me speak my piece, bro. I've never voted Democrat or Republican. Actually, in 2020, I never got the fucking COVID vaccine, bro.
That's even gayer.
Not
Yeah,
one.
that was gay.
That's gay?
That was good. That was really gay.
If you have to question it, yeah.
That was really good.
No,
Shout
I
out,
didn't get the fucking.
shout out to Joshua Kunju, Keith Connolly. Yeah, because I mean that's the easy part. That you could see who's the architect behind a lot of the dissension you've been seeing at Matchroom the last year and a half, 2 years. It's Keith Connolly. He's the one who told Edgar to not re-sign. He's the one who told Richardson Hitchens to not re-sign. And apparently he did the same thing with Conor Ben. Because they wouldn't have known. Understand that none of us knew that Conor Ben was a free agent from the moment the Chris Eubank Jr. fight ended. I didn't know. And, you know, they don't want you to know. The promoters don't want other people to know when a fighter enters free agency because they don't want offers to start pouring in. Then they have to compete with those offers, right? So Matchroom did a good job of keeping a lid on that. But who would have known? Keith Connolly. And who would have told Zuffa? Keith Connolly. So you see what he's doing, you know. It's grimy, but it is like Ray said, that's the game, bro. That is the
Yeah, but
game.
as
You
a,
was
as a
trying to do
manager,
that.
as a manager, Keith Conley's always got his clients the best deal, whether it be Danny Jacobs,
I
Edgar.
don't know. I don't know.
Richardson.
Wait. I don't know if Richardson Hitchens has a good deal this weekend. I'll get back to you on that one.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
That, but in terms of money, in terms of money. But regarding this, man, we just gotta see how this all plays out. And one thing I realized this: what made Turkey doesn't fuck with Eddie Hearn. You gotta remember, he did. Anthony Joshua wasn't fighting under Turkey Al-Sheikh before.
No, wait, bro. It's not that. They're finding out. It's not just the Eddie shit, bro. Turkey don't fuck with none of them. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I miscalculated. You know, we all thought that he was just a boxing fan with a lot of money. The more you look at this, Chris, it looks like the last 2 years he was gathering intel and gathering strength, because it looked like to me, you know what it looked like? He is betraying y'all. He is. You're making a promotion that is trying to run these other guys in the ground just because they saying it. Just because they not saying it, which they're not. Dana not saying I'm gonna run y'all out of business, but when you're poaching fighters,
Well, to be fair, they were saying that last year, or like a couple years ago.
No, but I'm not. But if that's the case, Turkey's a clown because he's seen how a lot of these dudes move. Like for instance, prior to the Turkey Al-Sheikh cash infusion, the person that wanted to make the biggest fights was Eddie Hearn. He sent Deontay Wilder multiple contracts to get this shit over the line. No, even Frank Warren was fucking shit up. Eddie Hearn was the guy that was always trying to get shit done. And mind you gotta remember, when they went to Saudi,
no, I don't.
That wasn't when they went to Saudi to fight fucking Usyk the second time. It wasn't with Turkey Al-Sheikh. You gotta remember, Turkey. Remember?
No,
that.
listen.
I thought it smelled like bitch in here. What's up, Chris?
Nobody. You got
Marcus?
Like most people don't recall that initially it was Prince Khaled, right? Because Turkey's not the one who got everybody going to Saudi. They originally went to Saudi for the Andy Ruiz rematch. That's the first time Matchroom goes to Saudi, and that's really the first time in recent memory that you saw an interest from people in that region to bring big boxing over there. That was Prince Khaled and Abdul Al-Aziz. What was this guy? There's this bald guy. There's this bald guy. He's still around, by the way. I forget his name. He was also trying to help Badu Jack with his promotion. He was there with Prince Khaled. And back then it was called Skills Challenge. That's what it was called back then. And Turkey doesn't come in until some years after that, you know, as far as being the face of what they're trying to do over there, because he was in the background, Turkey. The point being that Turkey's entry heralded something else. And I think I was naive. I don't know about you guys, but I have to admit I was naive. I absolutely was, because hindsight is 2020. You were finding out about these people, and what you found out.
I remember that though, because we thought he was the boxing fan. Remember, that's what was like the narrative was like. The guy was just the book, like the fucking the bank account. This guy's the actual boxing fan that knows what he wants and shit. I remember that whole narrative.
I forgot who said.
Real quick.
Go for it, country.
Maybe could it be the case where Turkey originally came into boxing with good intentions? He was overpaying people, making the fights we wanted to see, kind of like a fresh politician where they get into the system and they have all these great intentions, and then once they get in there,
you think he got jaded? You think he got jaded?
Yeah, and then the system ends up changing them. And could that be the case with Turkey? Like he came out blazing, and then all of a sudden the system went,
Let me tell you something, country. Let me tell you something, country. I have very minimal experience with people from that region. I don't really care if somebody gets offended, to be honest with you. I really don't give a fuck, because I'm speaking from experience. Those people from over there are not to be trusted. That's what I will tell you. I can't tell you everything, but I can tell you that those people from that region can't be trusted. In every experience I've had, they can't. And I'm of the opinion. Shut the fuck up, because I'm in the middle of a sentence. What you say is not more important than what I say. What I say is what's important. He came in with a plan. All bullshit aside, I'm just joking. But he came in with a plan because look, we're looking at him through a certain lens. He is a murderer. You guys know that, right? He is a murderer. You know that, right?
What?
He's a
What?
I'm
murderer.
not gonna
He's
lie.
killed.
He pushed
Wait, hold
buttons.
on, hold on. Wait,
Hey,
what do you
I've been
mean
listening
by
to this
murder?
for a bit too long.
Shooters.
No, he killed a
Yusuf Logan
reporter. But
Khashoggi.
what's it called?
He is a murderer.
But bro, hold
I'm
on.
just saying.
We gotta,
Look,
yo,
I know
Jules.
you kill people too, Ray. Ray, I know you kill
No,
people too.
that's
We don't have
not
to get
it.
into it. No,
Not
listen.
but a couple of years
Hear me
ago,
out.
you were brushing
No,
over that shit, bro. You were smooth
no.
walking
I
over
don't.
that shit,
No.
bro.
Listen. Can you let me make my point?
Okay,
The
okay,
only
make the
reason I
point.
say that the point that I'm trying to make is this is an intelligent person. It's nice to think that he came in as a boxing fan with the best of intentions, but it's just as likely as he was a man with a plan all along. Yeah, he had a plan, and it was to get everybody on board to see what they got. Like, okay, you good, you're not so good, you're not so good. I can use that. I can use that. You've got the money to do it. You know everything about these guys. You know everything about them. And now it can't be a coincidence that it's happened in this way. And I'm not saying, look, he kill who he want to kill. It's his country. That's his business. He do what he want over there. The reason I say that is because don't look at him as being this, very innocent guy. Like, no, this is a cunning person. This is a smart, cunning individual. He's smarter and more cunning than he's given credit for. That he could have done all this so he could figure these guys out. Yeah, that's possible. Well, it's possible. I mean, like, y'all can't even stop him now. Y'all can't stop him.
Hey,
If he
Jules,
wants,
but
go ahead, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say like
Nothing's gonna stop us
you
now.
said you said like like oh he's not to be trusted, but we're fucking us the U.S. we're super allies with fucking Saudi Arabia, bro.
What the
That
fuck
should be
does that have
Turkey
to
and
do?
Dana's theme song, bro. There Nothing's goes gonna that stop us now. there goes that Democrat talking.
You know what he was. That's exactly what he's gonna do.
No, no,
Nah,
bro. I mean, we
nah,
are. We're
Let,
fucking super. We're
no,
super
hold on,
allies.
but I forgot who said it a couple months ago. So shout out to them. But somebody said there's no way you come in and you spend money without wanting a return. There's no
yeah.
way you want to spend all this millions and fucking. If you pay for a Devin Haney fight, there's something wrong with you, bro. You
Let
need
I,
to
me
get
you
say
in
know,
there.
this. Let me
not
say
to
this.
break it down.
There's another thing. There is another thing. Because one thing I've always thought before we got here, one thing I've always thought is at some point the access that Turkey wants to your stable and your fighters becomes an inconvenience because he wants to use those fighters at his leisure where those are your fighters and you have broadcast commitments, you have your own plans. Whereas, the way that he's coming in, he's a man who's used to getting what he wants, you know? And he's going over you guys now like he is, bro. You throw all this money at Conor Ben. Come on, nobody's dumb over here. That 18 mil is not coming from Paramount. It's not. It's not coming from the WWE. It's not coming from the UFC. You know who it's coming from. So that's a fuck you to Eddie. Come on, yeah, that's a fuck you, bro. If you kicking out 18, yo, let's get Connor. Yo, Connor, we got 18 mil for you over here. Come here. That's a fuck you to Eddie, bro. That's a fuck
You,
you.
you
Yeah,
want
Hey, hey, is
yeah.
Amazon still with PBC?
you want to call me? He calls it.
Like
I'm
who's
not.
showing PBC fights?
I'm. Uh.
A dumbass.
I'm not answering that question. Drew, damn you! Took forever to go live. Link. No.
That's funny. It's full, boy. I'm not trying to hear about no handsome fighters and shit. Fuck
Oh,
Manny.
I heard Manny.
Nah, he was on some wild shit. Drew was on
Yo,
some wild
but
shit.
he brings all the bitches out.
I gotta hear
That's
another
fucking
40 and 90
funny,
story.
bro.
Yeah.
Hey, he already came out, bro. Leave him alone. Yeah, oh yeah, he did
No,
come
no,
out.
no, no bullshit. Yeah, PBC's still on Prime for the time being, but I mean, like, I look the fact that
I
that
mean,
Tom
can you
Brown
really
is
say that
already.
though? Do they have anything like coming
They
up?
do have the Fundora Thurman. They have that. And no, oh
Yeah,
no, and they
Benavidez,
announced
Benavidez
wait.
Fudor.
Today they announced Benavidez and Zerto too for Prime, so they have those two shows. They're
Oh,
really far apart, but they they do have that. And
Yeah,
So another
They don't
5
got
cards
much.
in 1 year.
hey
They don't
Jules.
got much.
it
That's for
That.
might
sure.
be 2 this one. Go ahead, country.
They don't got much. That's for sure. But no, without breaking into politics, the Saudis actually own a lot of shit in America.
I know
So
that.
that's why we're like allies with them. That oil and a number of things. But so we're
Yeah, I
not
mean
going to
that.
just turn our
Well,
backs
that's
on
the
them.
downside of free market capitalism is that you can be bought. Your infrastructure and the materials that it's comprised of can be
Um,
bought. That's the downside.
I asked this last live, and after today I'll ask it again. Does Dana go out and does he sign Devin Haney? I mean, they got the
Fuck no,
money.
I don't think so.
They
I don't
got the
think
I
so.
money,
mean,
bro.
the thing
Turkey
is that
might.
Dana. Here's the thing. There you go. That was what I was gonna allude to.
And
That
Turkey is the
Dana
one pulling the
knows.
strings here.
Dana knows that a fighter like Devin, like, why would you waste money on him? The fighters like that are what's wrong with boxing. Why would you want to bring that into Zuffa? Shout out to HC. So Floyd is returning to pro. Yeah. I did a video on that. Shout out to Drew. Eddie is competing now. This is war, Jules. What is going to happen? Who does Zuffa sign for Conroy? I'm gonna say this. I will say this. As far as where Eddie's at and his mental right now, Eddie doesn't know what to do. I could see that on his face. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know
He's
how to
rattled.
compete with them. He's rattled, like because he didn't know that was happening under his nose. He doesn't know how to compete with them. Eddie, you need to call me. You need to. I could tell you how to deal with these guys, but you need to call me. You tell him, Drew. You need to call me.
Eddie's biggest problem is he didn't have a plan B, and he should have.
I think it's just Keith Connolly, to be honest. Like
It's-
he even said it in
Hey,
the
you just
interview I
said
just
no.
watched. He
No,
was
it's
bad.
a
It
little.
was like,
I think it's a little more than that. See,
bro, he hit him 3 times.
no,
I've never
listen,
seen a manager
it's a
hit a
little
dude
more
3
than that.
times.
Eddie's been in this market long enough, and he still doesn't understand how to move around here because he's a good guy. Like, he is a good guy. Like, you could see that on him. He doesn't steal from his fighters. He tries to do honest business mostly. Whereas Dana's a shark. Yeah, and Nick Khan, he's really a shark. Like, bro, like you're dealing with some shit now, dog. Like, you are. And if I'm you, I go on a signing spree. I would go on a signing spree. I would. This is gonna sound stupid, but I would make it a point to pick up Brandon Figueroa. I would make it a point to pick up Gary Antoine Russell. And I would make it a point to try to stage the most significant boxing matches in the American boxing space all this calendar year. And even even that may not be enough because what they have, their ace in the hole is they're operating on bigger platforms than you are, and that is a serious problem. That they're on Paramount has close to 80 million subscribers. Netflix, forget it. You can't do anything about Netflix. Dana White can sit there and eat a sandwich and it'll get more views than anything you're doing on DAZN. So this is a
And
serious
fighters are
fucking
dumb.
problem.
And
And he
fighters are
just
dumb because they
and
believe
he
the
just
propaganda about fucking Eddie Hearn. They're not smart enough to do the research or even watch one of your videos so you can break down how Eddie Hearn's been holding people down. Fighters are fucking retarded. So he's
They
in a
are
real
retarded.
bad spot.
Yeah, honestly. Shout out to Drew. Dana is the front man to antagonize the promoters in that back, and Nick Khan is the man doing the deals. He is like Ari Gold from Entourage. Eddie did not realize what he's up. No, he didn't. Honestly, you can see that. No, he didn't. I don't think if you didn't see that IFL interview, go watch that shit, bro. That dude heart is broken, bro. It's broken. Shout out to
It's
Misael. Floyd is gonna be the fate. Oh God, please no, please no. That's one thing I don't.
Schofield?
No, Floyd Mayweather. You know that he's back, right? He unretired.
Not on Zuffa.
He unretired.
Like,
yo, what if it's Floyd
How old is
versus
he?
Connor?
49?
Ayo, Jules. CSI Sports, right? That's a
Yeah.
broadcasting network, and they specialize in combat sports, some boxing, UFC, and they cover, I think, 70 million homes in the U.S. in 190 countries.
Damn.
That's what they said. Herb, that's I knew that they said that, but just tell me, have you ever bumped into them?
Hell
Because
no.
Because we watch, you know what I'm saying, that we are the consumers, we are the homes that you claim to be in. But I'm gonna be honest with you, before the day I never heard of y'all. What I have heard of is fight sports, only to the extent though of boxing articles. That's the only place I've ever seen that insignia and that logo before, is in certain boxing articles. But as a combat sports fan, Brody, I've never seen them. I've been on pay-per-view.com. I've been on Fubo. We done sat here and watched a Danny Garcia fight. Brody, we watch combat sports. And I never heard of y'all. I never heard of them. Who
I like
are
that.
they?
That's the
I
gauge.
have heard
Fucking
of
Danny
them, oddly
Garcia.
enough.
That's how low we stooped.
I mean, like we're willing to go pretty far, bro. I'm just
On
saying,
the
like
cool.
if you want
Yeah,
to,
for some
how
fucking
low we're
boxing
willing to
shit.
go. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what's gonna be the Barrios Garcia fight? What is that on again?
It's on PBS. It's on PBS tomorrow. It's the ring walks are at 10 on PBS.
PBS.
Yeah, PBS, the public broadcast service.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh my god!
It's after the joy of painting with Bob Ross. It's after that.
Jewel, stop that, man.
But it's just before Wild Kratts.
You wrong.
He said, wow.
It's after Sesame Street, right?
It's
Yep.
after Sesame Street.
Hey,
Shout
brother,
out,
look it up. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
shout out to Pork Chop. Go get guys like Caballel and Nikita Zoo. Their countries love boxing. That's very smart. That's a very smart course of action. I did buy for those who you're wondering how you should play tomorrow's pay-per-view if you're interested in buying. I bought it in a bundle. So they offered a deal where you get Wilder Chisora and tomorrow's bullshit for $100 even. That's how I bought it. Like, I'm like, okay, I'll do that because I'll save, I think, what, $20, $30 or whatever. So I got it like that, but I don't really give a fuck about Ryan Garcia, man.
That's
like,
not too bad, especially if you're gonna flip it.
So which one's more bullshit? You don't think you don't think the Wilder Chisora fight's more bullshit?
I don't
Honestly,
think
no.
either
I
of them should
would
be
buy the
pay-per-views.
Chisora Wilder fight over the Ryan Barrios.
Yeah,
fight.
like.
Yep.
In other words, the one that I think is really going to entertain me, that I'm going to enjoy it, is Wilder Chisora. I love the heavyweight division. Like when I was a kid, most of the boxing I watched was heavyweight boxing. So I just love the heavyweight division in general. And when I look at the fight that has the more potential to be really fucking fun, it is Wilder Chisora. Like, them dudes ain't gonna be no finesse in that fight.
It's Wilder Chisora, but the undercard for tomorrow is nice though. It's nice.
I like the fight I'm looking forward to the most is Gary Antoine Russell and Andy Hirioka. That's gonna be a banger because they're both bangers. They both like to punch. I have Oscar Duarte beating Richardson Hitchens tomorrow.
Honestly, that's the fight I'm more excited for.
Yep.
Duarte Hitchens. I think Duarte is gonna
beat him. I think
Please,
that you
God.
stepped in shit. I think you stepped in shit, Richardson Hitchens. You took this fight out of desperation because you haven't fought in a lot of months. There were not a lot of offers on the table, so you took whatever was there, and it's a mistake. Like, yeah, this is a mistake, bro. But you do what you got to do. Drew said Eddie was too busy playing footsies with Milligan to snake Oscar and steal Virgil, and got caught holding his Corey. Yeah, I mean that's the game, right? They stole Connor from you. You tried to steal Virgil from Oscar. The game is the game, bro. That's what Ray's a cold motherfucker. Don't leave your bitch around Ray. The game is the game. He the one that said it, but he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Shout out to
they're
HC.
saying that. Go ahead.
What are they saying?
Fucking Garcia is going to Canelo Promotions, leaving Oscar. You guys heard about that?
I do not believe that. But
I doubt it.
cool.
I doubt it.
HC said, I hope Frank has Italma on a watertight contract. Everybody got to tighten their drawers, man. Everybody got to tighten their drawers. Shout out to Drew. With all that has happened between Zuffa versus the world, Floyd is broke and coming back. What does the crystal cock say happens by the end of the year? Well,
Block.
Not this.
Crystal
this
clock.
intel,
What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? What the
it's
fuck?
the crystal cock. You have to look in the dick hole to see the future.
Yeah, bounty.
Anyway,
This is not
Straight up
bro.
bounty.
Listen. The reason that Floyd Mayweather is going pro, and I have this on very good authority, is because they're planning a Maypac rematch for September 19th, and Netflix wants to do it. That's just what I was told. You can take that and run with it, but that is what I was told. And it looks like it's going to be a pro boxing match. It looks like it's a rematch. It is a rematch. That's what I was
Who
told.
wants to see that though? Now,
What about
country?
Network?
Wait, this shit is country. Here's the thing:
It's free
if you
99
do
with
it,
subscription.
if you are already subscribed to Netflix, like the whole fucking panel, right? Whether we even want to watch it or not, we're gonna watch it, bro. If it's on Netflix, we're gonna watch it, bro. We are. The whole world is gonna watch it, bro. And then you know, especially if they deck out the undercard, if they have a lot of good fights on the undercard, yeah, we're gonna watch it, Brody. I'm gonna watch Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey with no pants. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be sitting my dick out watching that shit.
Another one.
And another
Yo,
entry.
out to the bounce, out to the
Your shit already over a trillion.
I gotta say this, bro. I'm gonna say this before I jump off, bro, because I know Drew once again he's fucking wasting his money trying to talk. But so let me get this straight. Zerto versus Benavides is not gonna be on the zone.
Nope.
No,
No, it's on
no, wait.
PBC.
No, wait. It's not that. It's that they haven't announced the zone. I'm just letting you know. The reason you don't see a DAZN and stop talking while I'm talking. The reason you don't see a DAZN insignia yet, bro, is because DAZN hasn't finalized the deal with Golden Boy yet. You understand? That PBC knows they're gonna show it. They know they're gonna show it. But right now, DAZN and Golden Boy is still talking about what terms are we gonna do a deal. So until that's done, they're not involved. Until that is done, yeah, they ain't in it. When it's done, don't be surprised if they show it too. Don't be surprised, because then they'll be like, yeah, we'll show that shit. We'll charge for that shit. You know?
What happened today at court for the whole Virgil shit?
Impasse. No finality. No finality. No verdict was reached. Both
So
guys,
so-
both made there's I read the whole thing. That both sides made a decent case, but in the end there was no finality, and they're going to reconvene at a later date to try again, to try to reach some finality.
Yeah.
Shout out to Drew. Virtuoso said I'm wasting money contributing. He's a op. Yeah, Virtuoso is a hater, bro. He a hater, bro. Keep sending that money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Stop hating on me, Virtuoso. You need to stop hating on me, bro. Now I'm gonna go smoke this cigarette, and I want Chris to be in charge. Chris, you in charge.
Yo, so I gotta ask you guys just a real
Harold Graham.
genuine question. Harold Graham, baby. Harold Graham. Yeah. I gotta ask you guys this question. How long do you think these promoters are gonna still be
Show
in the game?
bitch ass up.
I give it like maybe less than 2 years, bro.
I love you, Chris.
I don't know. It depends, man. It depends. Like, cause shit's changing all the time. So, like, we're talking like this now. For all we know, bro, in the next 2 years, Bob's doing fine and Eddie's doing great, and Oscar stops from doing coke.
What was the question? One more time, brother.
I genuinely, what is going? How do you think the promoters are going to fare within the next 2 years?
It depends, Chris, on if these
I don't want
networks
it to
want to keep
become
losing
fucking
money
UFC,
with them.
bro.
It's probably less than 2 years because the best promoter out there was Eddie, and he got bitch slapped today.
And
So
how
probably
long do
less than
you,
2
Chris? You're
years.
asking the wrong question. How long does the zone want to keep wasting money?
You think it's
That's a good
wasting
question.
money? You think it's wasting
Yeah.
money?
What I mean by wasting money is they're not growing. Like Jules said, they're only
As long as it
growing.
doesn't become UFC.
It is going to become UFC, and I like that.
I hear you, but
you look how you it's if it doesn't become UFC and we just keep it the way it was, it gets worse.
I hear you, but I hear Drew on that. It's just the money for the fighters. But again, the fighters don't deserve that type of bread if they're not going to give us the best fights. Sorry.
No, what I'm saying is like let's take away Turkey and Zuffa. The sport was in the shitter before them.
Yep.
There was nobody putting money in to watch the fucking fights, to put up the money to have fights. So it would have got worse. We have
it doesn't
fucking
seem like we have a platform like back in the days, bro. Like like HBO or
the
you know
fuck?
what I mean?
because the fucking HBO and Showtime were paying too much money in licensing fees for bullshit fights and not making no money.
I don't look. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not like, especially after like what happened. I'm not looking at everything Turkey did with like rose tinted glasses anymore. Like I almost look at it kind of like, even with what he just did now, it's like, bro, you. I'm not saying he's
Bro,
the
you know what he
full
basically
contributor
did?
to
He
this.
basically took away all of boxing's biggest fights and left us with nothing.
That is
I
true.
wasn't gonna go that far. I was gonna say
No.
kind of like he almost put it in a place now where it's like, yo, you paid a bunch of people even more money, and there was no real reset or anything.
Oh,
Like
he
it
fucking
just
caused a
Well,
bunch
continued
of
the
for more
the
inflation.
money.
reset is him pulling the
He
wallet back.
inflated the market.
Did you pull the wallet back, bro? Like you just made shit more expensive. You put
Um,
on
he
more pay per
he
views, and then you
he
made a
made it more
tier for pay per
expensive for
views.
the promoter. Like we don't have to buy the pay-per-views, fellas. We get to decide with our fucking dollars. They're still gonna want to put on boxing because they want to control, they want to take over the industry because they want to funnel, they want TKO to have every combat sport and be the premier place for combat sports. Boxing, MMA, sports entertainment, wrestling. So let these billionaires fucking lose their money trying to fight each other.
That's
How long does Len Blotnick want to keep fucking pouring money down a hole where DAZN is still not profitable yet? If I was in Europe, we'd all love DAZN because they get everything. As an American, I don't fucking like DAZN. It sucks.
Yeah, and then Eddie just
But as an
fucking re-signed with
American, you
them.
don't watch. As an American, you don't watch boxing. You only watch.
Shit,
As
I
an
can't hear
American, the
nobody.
typical American,
I don't know if
the
I don't know
typical
about. Can you
American
hear me?
fan
Yeah,
is.
Hold on,
Yeah, I
Chris.
can hear all of
They,
you.
they
You
can't
can
hear
hear me?
people, man. Hold on.
yeah. Oh, is this a Herb thing again?
Herb and Drew
Countries.
both can't hear people.
I can hear
I
Hello.
was going to say
country.
this.
I
I
hear
can.
I was
Chris.
going to say.
Can you hear me, yo?
I'm going to say.
I hear
Yeah,
I,
Herb.
I hear all. Yeah,
I can't
okay,
hear
okay,
country.
go ahead.
the typical American fan is a casual fan that's stuck in the 90s that doesn't even like boxing. So at
Hmm.
the end of the day, fuck them because they're not going to buy the fights. The
I
favorite
can't hear
fighters
Chris.
that they
That's for
like are
sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
I get you, Chris. But who's still the number one consumer in the world?
What do
What
they
I'm
really
saying,
consume though?
Is it
but
American?
what
Isn't
I'm
it like
saying,
Latinos
just
or something?
as no, I'm just saying in general, who consumes, whether it's content, who spends more money than in the developed nations more than Americans?
Yeah, that's true.
That's a
So
fact. That's a fact.
so they're
That's
always someone's always going to want the American market, and the zone is not capturing the American market.
When
Well,
I seen when
what can they do if there's good fights on and motherfuckers want to be casual? Like, oh, it's not Tank, oh,
It's
it's not Mike
it's not
Tyson.
even
It's
that.
not.
It's the
It's
fact that
it,
the zone is on a place where it's too difficult to watch the fights. Like that's just too
They
fucking
need more.
expensive.
yep.
They need more accessibility.
And
exact.
it,
Thank
That's
you.
it.
what you mean?
Ain't nobody
And
about
the,
to keep paying for fucking $60, $70 for fucking pay-per-views and then all this other bullshit. No, no, no. You gotta open up. No
When
Diddy.
the previous, okay,
pause,
bounty,
man. Bounty.
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 Open. It's the weekend. It's the weekend. He doesn't get no bounty.
Nuh-uh. The weekend
Not
ain't till
yet.
12 a.m. So
Nah,
everybody up
but
for grabs.
no,
Bounty, bro.
Mr.
Bingo.
Claus. Mr. Claus doesn't do that. He's so as soon as it's Friday.
Shout out to
Nope.
Misael.
Nope. That's Saturday.
The zone would need NFL, NHL, baseball, MLS, and NBA. Yeah,
Shit.
I mean, honestly, to compete, yeah, they would need a lot.
That subscription
Is
would
it,
be $100 a month.
the other shit is that they're not doing the, and me and Drew talked about this already, that they're not doing themselves any favors with this fucking ultimate whatever bull. Now there's even less reason for you to get that shit. Like, well, y'all ain't
Right.
doing Tyson Fury shit.
And
Y'all ain't doing
Oh,
Connor shit.
and that's
Fuck
why I
around,
said
y'all
that
ain't
shit
gonna do
about Turkey
AJ
just now,
shit.
bro.
and that
Or
was very
Virgil.
telling. I went back and watched that interview with Shapiro and Ari. Like they already have the deals in place. They're just waiting on the signings to package the deals and make
Yeah,
announcements.
yeah. Look, you could tell that they already closed the deal and they're gonna announce it next week. I think it's gonna be Sky Sports for the UK. That makes the most sense. And not for nothing, that would be another fist
And
in Matchroom's ass. Because
Your Dominican ass was the only one saying Matchroom going to the zone hurt their brand.
a bit, yeah. I mean, it hurt their growth. Like, look,
Yeah, their
was
growth.
it the better deal at the time? Was it the better deal at the time in terms of the money? Yeah, in terms of the money in the short term, DAZN offered them more money than Sky Sports did, but it hampered your growth because casuals they know Sky Sports over there in the UK because not everybody that has Sky is a boxing fan. It's a lot of soccer fans that use Sky Sports. It's a lot of people who watch snooker and darts and all these different things. It's not just boxing. Whereas on DAZN, it really is just boxing. Like, come on, the average person that has DAZN, they don't have it for all that other shit they show. They have it for boxing. That's the main shit they advertise. So that's a very small that's a very small pool to draw from. Even on a global scale, it's a small pool to draw from. So it hurts you. And you've been on there for what, 7 or 8 years. You're not growing the way that you were. You know, when you were on Sky. When you were on Sky, the growth was exponential. Now that you're on DAZN, you know, it is what it is, you know. What I'm gonna say is
saying, not all money is good money.
Something like that, right? Something like that. The thing is, that doesn't mean that this was a good move for Conor, is what I was gonna allude to. I mean, it's good in the sense that you're gonna get to score 18 mil. So either way, you're making 18 mil, irrespective of what happens in your next fight. But I have a sneaking suspicion that this may blow up in your face. See, Conor was faced with a kind of precarious situation. You fought in a very big fight, and you made a lot of money with Chris Eubank Jr., but you know shit was going to get real after that. Like it was. You was going to be exposed to the Stevensons and the Haneys, or maybe those guys in the junior middleweight division. And a lot of those fights are not fights that he would have won outside of Mario Barrios, which you weren't going to get anyway because Ryan's going to beat him tomorrow. So, and we talked about that here, fellas, that I don't know that Conor would beat Ryan. I don't know that. And y'all know I don't like Ryan, but I don't know that Conor would beat that dude. The way you fight.
What say you? Why say
So,
why
so,
you say that?
well,
You think
so
Connor's too
I hear
wide?
what
You
you're
remember what
saying.
well, you guys stop talking over Chris, because Chris went first, Drew.
Okay, go
Parliamentary
ahead,
procedure.
Christopher, my Haitian brother.
Christopher, the reason I say that Christopher Hendricks is because you remember what he did to Fonseca?
Yeah,
Ryan,
he hit him
you
with
remember
that
what he
left
did?
hook and put him straight to fucking sleep.
But he baited him. He baited him. He got in a high guard, got Fonseca to throw the jab, countered the jab with the left. Conor ain't no technician. That dude is gonna try to run up on you. He gonna try to run you down. You can walk him into a left hook, Chris, is why I say that.
That is true.
Not a technician.
That's
Not a
true.
technician.
But think about it like this. After the fucking clomiphene shit, when he went to 154 and fought Dobson, there was no power there. There was barely any power at 160. So him cutting down in weight and being at his natural weight would be good, but he hadn't made that weight in like 4 years. Not good.
About 3 or 4, yeah. About 3 or 4.
And I guess Keith Conley did a hell of a job. He sat Conor Ben down. Conor, are you going to be a legacy fighter or a prize fighter? He told Keith, give me the biggest prize. And that's what he had to do.
I mean, yeah. But also, you got to admit, Drew, 18 mil for Conor Ben is an exorbitant amount of money. Don't lose sight of that.
No.
I see Drew, I see wasteful spending.
And that's all on Turkey. That's all Turkey.
Yeah, all I'm saying is you know, you looked at how DAZN came into the market, and they came into the market throwing a lot of cash around to guys who, you know, Andre, Triple G. You wasted a lot of money. You fucked off a lot of money. Jacobs.
Montana Love.
Right? Turkey, you're doing the same thing with Zuffa, though. Like, you're 18 mil. I'm wondering, what is the fight that gets Conor Ben 18 mil for one night? Because they're saying it's a one-fight deal.
It is.
They're just
Now,
losing
let
the
me
money.
ask you this: whether it's a one-fight deal or not, if it guarantees Zuffa announcing a 7-year partnership with Sky Sports, is it worth it?
Yes.
Okay,
Absolutely.
and another thing, is it just Turkey? This is Turkey throwing a fuck you at Eddie for running his mouth.
I mean, yeah, in a manner, it is. It's because
So fuck the money. Yeah.
I said it earlier. that money's not coming from Dana. You know, if somebody's kicking out 18 mil to Conor, well, it's not fucking Dana White, and it's not Nick Khan. That's Turkey. And if it's Turkey's 18 mil, that is a fuck you, Eddie. Yeah, that's a fuck you from him to you, bro. What you think that is? Who else gonna kick out that kind of money for Conor Ben, and for what fight? I still can't figure out what fight between 147 and 154 gets him that kind of money. What, Pacquiao? Is it Pacquiao? Is it Floyd? And the reason I'm not settled with it being them is because I was already told by a good source, them dudes is fighting in September. Manny and Floyd are fighting again, and it could be on Netflix. So I'm like, it can't be them if they're fighting. Who the fuck is Conor Ben 18 mil between 147 and 154 or 160? Who, dog? Ain't
I
nobody
think he'll
like.
just lose the money, bro.
Now let me ask you a question, Jules. You would know this more than me. Say you're an outfit. You go to, and who do you go to present an offer to a fighter if he's not your fighter?
Who do you go to present an offer if he's
The
not your
manager or
fighter?
the promoter?
The manager. The
So
manager.
they're gonna start going to these managers like, look, I'll give you X amount for this.
The managers are going to them. They
Yeah.
don't
Oh,
have to go to the managers. The managers are going to
exactly.
them. What's going on now, you're smart, Drew. You guys are smart. The only one who would have known this all these months following the Chris Eubank Jr. rematch, no one knew. Nobody in the media knew. Nobody in the boxing space knew that Conor was a free agent all this time. Only one guy knew that. Well, two guys, Keith Connolly and Eddie Hearn. Keith Connolly went to fucking Zuffa because he knows this guy's a free agent right now. Eddie doesn't want nobody to know that because he doesn't want the offers pouring in. He doesn't want to have to compete with those offers. So Matchroom did a pretty good job of keeping a lid on that. But Keith Connolly, the Trojan horse, he knew that Conor Ben was a free agent. He knew this guy's out of contract. I could take him somewhere else to get a better deal. And, that's what he did. Did he do his job? Yes, he did his job. But Matchroom got to stop fucking with that dude, man, because that's the third time that
Yeah.
shit happened.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not
the
And
third
and the
fucking
thing
with
time.
that.
is,
So
the
let me
thing
ask
that I
you,
noticed
where's Shakur gonna go now? He's a free agent after this fight, right?
It depends.
is
It
that a
depends.
Keith
I mean,
Money,
Connolly
he's
fight.
a free agent now. He's a free
Oh,
agent now. Like, he's not with
the
nobody. Shakur is
He's
not
been
with
a free
he's
agent
nobody.
not
for
with
a minute
Matchroom no
now.
more.
Thinking about it.
Yeah, that
No,
last
no,
fight
no.
was
He
him
Matchroom.
go
hasn't
with
been
Yeah,
since there's a Peta fight. I'm pretty sure. Even since
yeah,
then,
yeah. He's
basically.
not with Matchroom anymore. He's a free agent, so he can, he can do what he wants. And Turkey could take him over to Zuffa if he wants, or he could use him on Riyadh Season and Ring Magazine. But he hasn't been with
Hmm.
Yeah.
Matchroom the last
Okay.
two fights.
So
Hasn't been with them.
that's one of those things where Jay Prince is gonna pimp him out. I don't give a fuck if you want the belts. You're going to Zuffa because they got the biggest bag, bitch.
It
But I
depends.
mean,
It
like, but
depends.
how? No, no, hold on. But now I kind of get to it now. It's like now we're getting to an unrealistic level of being expensive for like what payoff?
Yeah.
to drown
I mean,
everybody
you
Hey,
else
take.
out.
I
hey,
mean,
but I got Conor Ben
the thing is,
over Garcia. What? My bad.
you take it. You take Shakur to Zuffa for what, Drew? What is he gonna do? It's a very
Zuffa
I
hasn't
expensive
stagnated.
fighter.
what I see is happening, Jules, is the same thing what Dana and them did when they took over Pride. We gotta pay the big stars, and then we could reset the market for the guys coming up in the next generation.
I'm just saying that it's not essential. It's not essential to take Shakur over to Zuffa, because Turkey can just use him on his shows. If Turkey wants to pay for that shit show with Devin Haney, he could just pay for that himself without
It
taking him to
legitimizes the
Zuffa.
belt. If you it, let Shakur felt for the 147 belt.
I mean, look, the good thing for us is if they were to funnel them over to Zuffa, we might get that fight on either Paramount, not pay-per-view, or Netflix, not pay-per-view. That's the upside for us. That, well, if they do take those guys over there, it saves us money, so that wouldn't be a bad thing for us. But I just don't see where Shakur is useful to Zuffa. Personally, I don't see where that style. That's what's wrong with boxing. That style, like I don't want to see that. I don't
Yeah,
want to
doesn't
see
he
Right.
that.
So
quickly
You
lose
so
know.
the
who's
appeal
who's
of
Turkey's
what
cash
Zufa is?
cow without Canelo?
Well, he has
Doesn't need
Canelo
one.
though. I mean, he doesn't need one, but he has Canelo. Who you think is doing Mexico versus the world in September? Turkey. Turkey's doing that. So it's not
Yeah,
like
but
he doesn't have Canelo. He has Canelo.
Turkey's got so much money in deep pockets. I don't think he has to worry about a cash cow very much.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I mean,
So
it's not like he's strapped for
so
cash. God,
the question is like, what does Eddie do now, bro? Because his back is against the wall. If I'm Eddie, I'm calling Bob and I'm calling Frank. Like, hey, we need to team up.
I mean, there's only really one way to compete when it comes to this. There are only two weapons you have against him. The strength of the strength of the card you're putting on, and affordability. That's the only strength. And It might not be enough undefeated because, like I said, they have Netflix, bro. They have Netflix.
I would
They have
say like
Paramount.
And undefeated, you're forgetting who owns part of the zone now.
Turkey.
Turkey.
Again, like
He
I'm
He has
saying,
positioned him.
that
every.
He
dude,
positioned himself in every sector.
he's been
literally every
screwing
sector.
Eddie's
over.
out
I
of
feel
here
like he's
then.
been screwing
Eddie's
over
out of here.
He
boxing
has
for the
all
past
techno.
couple of years.
What do you think PBC was doing, bro? Like PBC made it to get to this point.
Hey, but what do you
First of
guys
all,
feel
Yo,
about like a Super
that doesn't like.
16
I'm not saying they
tournament
aren't doing that, but
style
like we can't pretend like he's
boxing
not the
thing? Like, you
one
know, what
other
they
person in
did
it.
with Frank
Yo,
Warren
what
and
the fuck, bro?
Eddie Hearn,
He can't
the
hear
versus.
you.
No, dead ass, bro. Like, is he deaf? Like, what the fuck?
I can't.
Can't hear you.
Who's here? Who's that talking?
That was Alvarez, but he can't hear. He can't hear
Oh,
Ray. He
Oh,
can't hear Ray because of the
I
drop
can't hear
off
Ray
shit.
either.
No shit.
oh shit. Actually,
Yeah. Whenever somebody drops off, that shit happens, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know,
oh, okay, my bad.
I hear everybody.
I just
Shout
logged
shout out
in.
shout out to Misael. Bob was wise not to go to the zone. I think the real problem here is you're asking me, how does Eddie Hearn compete? Even through conventional means where you're staging a good show for good quality and it doesn't cost the consumer a lot of money, you're limited by the size of your platform and there's nothing you can do about that because Paramount is bigger than you. Netflix is bigger than both of you. I don't think you can compete with that. There's no way. They could have
Long
a
term, at
ham
least.
sandwich. They could have
Uh,
a ham sandwich up there. More people are gonna fucking watch it than
but
anything
believe
on
it
the
or not,
zone.
I think long term is actually if you were to able to get like a small, I don't know if I would say smaller, but like a platform that is accessible to everybody and you just advertised it well. I would say long term you can compete. It would just be short term you can't because they have more money.
I mean, anything that the zone is doing, and I've said this a million times, the outside world doesn't know anything they're
Not the
doing. The
zone.
outside,
I mean something
who?
else. If they were to get something else, I don't know. Like if you were able to get like a platform in the UK to just show some of your fights, because I think honestly, I think they might need to start moving away from the zone somehow, like integrating
Yeah,
somewhere else.
How when they just
Um,
signed a 5-year deal?
exactly.
hey, not now, but
Mm,
like, hey, it has to happen. It has to
they don't
happen at
have
this point.
5 years to waste, man.
So
Yeah,
And
when
then
you
Right
wait after
now.
so
this new,
here's
you
here,
wait.
this
Go
is
ahead.
the only thing that I see that Eddie Hearn does have, and that Frank has. See, it's easy for you to acquire what has already been built. That's what Dana's doing. Connor has already been built. Jai has already been built. But do you know how to build? No. You don't know the first fucking thing about developing a fighter. You don't. What you can do is come in and horn in and buy fighters that have already been built. That's basically what Turkey's been doing. But neither you or Nick Khan or Turkey Al Sheikh know the first fucking thing about grooming fighters. So in the long run, because they've got a 7-year deal and you've got a 5-year deal, you need to go on a signing spree. You need to find the best amateurs. You need to find the best girls, the best guys, the best everything. A new generation of fighters. Connor's gone. Connor is gone. You know, that's fine. That's fine. He can go. There's more where that came from. But the only way you beat these guys is by outlasting them. And the only way you can outlast them is know how. They're taking what you built because they don't know how to build. What are you going to, you're going to turn Callum Walsh into a big draw? You're going to turn
Oh,
Rayo into a big draw?
Yo,
the,
Turkey.
the only one that has an advantage, in my
No,
opinion, is
you're not.
Top Rank
You're
because they
gonna
know how to
overpay the stars.
develop fighters.
Yeah, but the
Turkey.
thing is, Drew. Yeah, but the thing is, Drew. A lot of these stars are getting long in the tooth. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, okay, fine. You got Tyson Fury. He's fucking 37, bro. Okay, Anthony Joshua was already courting retirement before the car accident. That didn't change. Honestly, that didn't change. So if your plan is, oh, we're gonna poach their top draws, that's a good short-term plan. That is a good short-term plan in the short term. That is good for the next 2 years. But when it's your turn to build and develop fighters, do you actually know how? No,
Hey,
none
but
Turkey.
of you know
Jules,
how to do that.
hey,
Turkey.
but Jules, Tyson's 37. He's a heavyweight.
do DAZN and
They
Eddie
age
block
differently,
AJ from
bro.
that Netflix Fury fight?
Say it again. Say it again, Drew.
Do DAZN and Eddie block AJ from that Netflix Fury fight?
I don't think so. I don't, because it's unethical, Drew. It would be unethical to say, AJ, you can't go over there and make this amazing seismic amount of money. They didn't stop him from going to Netflix for Jake Paul. Frank already showed you they cut his balls off. He doesn't have a say in the matter anymore, by the way. He can't block Fury from fighting AJ. The question is, what does Eddie do? What are you going to do? Are you going to let him go over there? And I think he's going to let him go over there, bro. I think he is. It's too big a fight not to do it. But once again, that's all. This stuff is short term. All you're doing is taking the work of other people, the work and the promotion that they have put in to build these brands. All you're doing is commandeering it. In the interim, do you actually know how to develop fighters? Do you?
And that's where
It's
you're right,
possible
because
if they poach them.
all they're doing is what Vince McMahon did when he started buying up all the fucking regional wrestling promotions. But Vince McMahon knew how to build fucking stars.
I can't say the only ace in the hole that I see, and I don't even know. This is just me brainstorming. Well, you do have Robert Garcia over there, and he knows a thing or two about developing and building fighters. I would say he is a guy who has that level of experience. But I don't know that he's not just a trainer over there. Like right now, he's just the guy who's funneling you fighters. I don't know that he's going to assume that role of developing your talent. I don't know that, but that is what they have on you. While they have stars for you to poach, that's a good short-term plan for you to make big cards the next 2 years. But in the long run, if you don't actually know how to develop the next generation of Zuffa boxers, in about 3 or 4 years, it's going to show. It's going to show. It's just like the PBC thing, Drew. It's cool that you took Keith Thurman and Errol Spence and Deontay Wilder, and in the short term, it worked. In the short term, but in the long term, you burned out because you didn't know how to do that with anybody else.
Nope.
But Turkey is trying to develop a fighter.
I don't think Austin. I seen that Golden Boy stuff, Jules. The lawsuit, like they're done. They're cooked.
Yeah, they're cooked.
Yeah, Turkey is trying to develop a fighter. He's trying to develop Mighty Mohammed Alakil.
And you know what? We should set you on fire, bro.
I don't know who. I can't. Who's talking that I can't hear?
That was Herb. That was Herb. Oh my god! But yeah, like he loved that dude. That must be his nephew or some shit like that, bro. Because he keep putting that motherfucker on cards and shit.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Who's the guy that Turkey killed?
Oh my god!
A reporter.
It was a while ago, but reporter. A reporter.
Was it that FIFA World Cup thing, dude?
No.
Oh, no, that fool died of a heart attack.
But yeah, with this shit, the only way you can compete, the only weapon you have that they don't have is know-how. It's the only thing you have. You know the British market better than they do. By now, you should know a thing or two about the American market too. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe you need to call Bob. But Bob was the first. It's like Bob, not for nothing. I swear I fuck with him, and I wish he wasn't old. I swear to God, if I could put that old motherfucker in a time machine. He saw it before all of you. He distanced himself from it before all of you because he knew. I see what this is.
Yeah.
Fucking Bob, man. Fucking
But you know why Bob didn't? You know why Bob didn't criticize it? And I hate to go here because the main man in charge is also a small hat like him.
Well, yeah, I mean, but be that as it may, he knew he knew you need a buffer. You need a buffer. You can't trust these guys but so much. They're going to come in with all their money and say all this nice stuff, but this doesn't look right. You know that a couple of months ago, Bob was at the meeting with the sanctioning bodies talking about the formation of these UBOs, of this UBO, really, because it's not more than one. It's just one. And it's because he knew, like, bro, this is not going to be good, dog. Like, this is a big undertaking where Eddie and Frank, everybody's lapping it up and loaning out their fighters, and they're all so fucking
holding
happy.
hands with Turkey and fucking giving up the pussy.
Fucking Bob, man. Fucking Bob. Misael said the Bob father. Bob knew, and that's why I'm hoping they land on their feet. But even if they do, it's the main thing that Zuffa has, really, it's not even the money. It's not even the money because you can have lots of money and not know what to do with it. The main problem that they pose to their competition is their platforms are very much bigger. They're huge, bro. Anything you do on Netflix becomes exponentially bigger. Fury versus Makhmudov on DAZN is just a tune-up fight. That is all it was going to be. If you do it on Netflix, it automatically becomes something else. Now it's like a fucking concert now, bro. It's a global
It's an event now. It goes from a tune-up to an event.
It is,
Yeah.
but honestly, I think it's like, yo, if Top Rank can land on their feet, like we said before, like I feel like you just have to like, I feel like that's it. Like, yo, you just have to stay around at that point. If you do get a deal from ESPN and it's good, and they could put their other content on other platforms, like I think that's just a win. Just like stick it out.
The other approach, yeah, because that's the other approach. Keep your head down, do the work, and focus on your patch of land. That's the other thing you can do. Focus on your patch of land. Deliver metrics to your broadcast partner by putting on the best shows and the most affordable to the consumer. Drive metrics, because really that is the only way you can fight them, is to drive metrics. But once again, it's very hard to drive metrics when their platforms are many times bigger than yours. Fucking Paramount is about 3-4 times as big as DAZN, and they have access to casuals. That's their ace in the hole. Everybody on Paramount is not there for live sport, is not there for boxing, and that's actually a good thing because that gives you more people to draw from. You get that spillover that we lost. That's actually a good thing. And Netflix, forget it. How the fuck do you even compete with Netflix, bro? How?
Because how many Zuffa fighters are going to be ringside when it's the UFC White House card just to promote them guys, like get the spillover on CBS?
You're gonna have Callum Walsh there, bro. Shout out to Sasny.
Yeah.
What's next with Sims and Connor? He works at Matchroom Gym, Tony Sims. Listen, you know what's gonna happen now, bro. Connor's gonna be training at the Apex, at the Performance Center, bro. I mean, that's what I think is gonna happen. He just he just uploaded a video there. I don't know if he's gonna swap out Tony Sims. I don't know about that, but yeah, like you see what it's gonna be, bro. Shout out to motherfucking Joshua Kunju. Floyd versus Spence possible for 2020. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't rule it out, right?
Floyd is not gonna. Floyd's not gonna fight pay-per-view, Juice, because nobody's stupid enough to give him a $40-50 million guarantee now.
I mean, no. I mean, what I was told is it's not going to be pay-per-view. It's going to be Netflix, is what I was told. Manny Pacquiao, after the Mike Tyson fight, is supposed to be Manny Pacquiao September 19th on Netflix. That's what I was told.
Tyson knocks him out. I hope Mike Tyson knocks him the fuck
You know
out.
what I mean? So,
and who's quarterbacking that?
What do you mean who's quarterbacking that? Who's promoting it?
TGB. Who's the point man for
No,
between them and Netflix?
It's not. I mean, like they kind of told you already that CSI, whoever the fuck they are, right? Whoever the fuck that is, it's not TGB. I know that.
Okay.
It's CSI. What is it? Richard and Craig Neal. I never fucking heard of these guys. Like I've never heard of these dudes.
I've seen it once, like oddly enough, like when I was like looking for like a broadcasting gigs to do, bro. They are like a lot of stuff on LinkedIn, but that's literally the only
Did
place.
you see the fucking Floyd Mayweather debit card? Times are hard, man.
Oh yeah, I signed up for it today, bro. 30% APR. Sign me up. You know, but whatever.
Yo, he said 30% APR.
That's the brokest rich nigga I've ever seen in my life, bro.
Yo, dog, that dude is scrambled. Yo, my God, that dude is scrambled eggs right now, bro. Like he is doing everything he can to make some money, bro. But that's how you know he not gonna get nothing out that lawsuit. If you had to unretire, bro, that says it all, bro.
And look at how it hit the news cycle. Nobody gave a fuck.
It surprised me, Drew. It surprised me because that's supposed to be a big story, Drew. Floyd unretired at age 49. That's supposed to be a big story, and nobody gives a shit.
Think about it. A UK fighter signing to an American outfit is a bigger story in America than an American WWE.
That's wild.
Crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Because
but isn't that?
Hey, he was hating.
That goes back to what you said, fool. You said Floyd don't really got fans.
I've been saying that he doesn't have real fans. He doesn't. He never really did. What he had was
Eddie is bigger than Floyd.
what he had was a lot of haters. There were a lot of people that were galvanized to hate him. And look, as a plan, it did work because you did make you made a lot of money. You did. You generated a lot of money out, stole a lot of that money, but you still made it. So as a plan, it worked. But yeah, nobody gives a fuck about you, Floyd. Nobody wants to watch you box. Are you joking? Nobody want to see that shit. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, he was hitting on Pacquiao, bro. He's like, oh,
Are
he
you still
has to fight.
scared? Like when you saw the news, you still scared, Jules?
I mean, of Zuffa, yeah. Of Zuffa, yeah. I am. Scared in a good way. Scared in a good
Yeah.
way because a lot of what they're doing, look, don't get lost on liking Eddie Hearn. Don't get lost on loyalties to these characters that we watch and these storylines that we follow. What Zuffa is providing us is boxing for cheap. That's literally what they're providing us with. Tyson Fury versus Makhmudov on the zone. And I've been a Drew, I fuck with the zone.
You
I
fucking
fuck
hate
with the
Fury,
zone,
and you hate Fury
right? But real is real. If Frank were doing that fight, Brody, we would have had to pay $60 to see it. That's just the truth.
in a
The
fucking
reason
afternoon.
the reason we're not paying anything extra to see it is because Zuffa's doing it. So I'm not a hater of Zuffa. Like, no, not at all. I like the idea of Sunday night boxing. Motherfuckers getting their brains beat in on a Sunday. Sign me up. Yes. And if you're
Three,
gonna do if
three. Oh, go okay. Well,
no, go ahead and defeat it.
3 solid cards, bro, in about 5 weeks for $8.99. You can't beat that, bro.
You can't beat that, bro. And like I said, you took Fury to Netflix, and now that's a pay-per-view that I don't have to buy. I had to pay $100 today, Drew, for fucking Garcia and Barrios and Wilder and Chisora. I bought the bundle. It's ridiculous. So I can't get mad at Zuffa. If this is them making boxing affordable again, how the fuck can you get mad at that? You can't. We've been paying through the nose for years now. The price has got to come down, bro. Now I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. Drew, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I don't want to pay all this money for fucking boxing. Who does?
Ski mask up. Fuck that. I got the
Uh,
lights now. I'm not playing with it.
no, exactly.
I'm,
Like
I'm,
I
I'm
already
getting,
have.
I'm getting Cash Patel on you, bro. I already
I
told
already have fucking Paramount
Fuck you,
Plus.
undefeated.
you. Yeah,
Fuck,
them
gonna try
eight,
to
them,
snitch on me.
them eight
And
ninety
you know
nine
what the
cards are
response was?
pretty nice. What was it?
Oh no, I said, motherfucker, it would be some shit if they come and get me, but they let the fucking pedophile cannibal slide. Like what the
Shit.
they kicking
Like,
my door because of screaming a card. Meanwhile,
like
motherfucker in
on,
the corner eating a baby.
like honestly, like back then, you used to kind of take
It
pride
is
and say,
crazy
yeah,
that when you watch sports, it's
oh
like
shit.
Paramount Plus has sports, Prime, HBO. It's almost like you're paying cable, pretty much.
Yep. And when you combine all the apps in one go, like this is one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and you get into a point
Well,
like, damn.
yeah, the zone went a fucking overboard though when they fucking, they up their price and then you got to pay for the pay-per-views on top of it of the yearly subscriptions. Like fuck that, man. And
Yeah, they can eat a dick.
yeah,
You used to be proud whenever you bought a pay per view. Like, yeah, of course I bought that pay per view. Now you're proud that you stole that shit. Like, nah, I ain't paying for that shit. The fuck?
how the mighty have fallen, huh?
Yeah, like, you get laughed at if you
Hey,
buy a pay per
fellas,
view now.
wouldn't that be some shit? Now we know who Virgil's gonna go with once they fucking get out of that Golden Boy shit. They're not going with
Yep,
Matchroom.
Edward. Oh, well, oh yeah, Zuffa. Oscar
Yo,
gonna have a meltdown.
yo, I knew this motherfucker is so stupid. He would do another clapback Thursday, bro. Something's wrong with this guy, man.
Oscar is basically, Nero fiddling while Rome is burning. That's
Yep,
pretty much what he is.
yep.
He's the yellow dog with the hat on. Everything's fine. Everything like look at his face in the clapback Thursday. That is a forced cocaine fueled smile.
Yep.
Hey, everything's going to good. Ryan's not leaving. My fighters aren't dying. My wife doesn't look like a fucking mannequin. It's all Gucci here.
What does he call him? Uncle
No,
Fester?
fuck you. I think the worst I've ever seen Oscar is that time when they were interviewing him. He was somewhere. I think he was at a fight, and he was talking to the guy, and his eyes were just bugging out of his fucking head, man. I was
Oh, I
like, "Oh
think
my god, this dude is
was
on
it
some shit
Or
serious."
that the zone card where he was drunk and he was calling the fights?
I
now that was
think.
the Ben Askren versus Jake Paul, where he was reckless eyeballing Steve Cunningham back over and over
Oh,
Like
again.
when
You
Benavidez
S
was all
S
fucking
S
high
S S
and they
Cunningham.
were interviewing
Mirelo,
him.
look at his back. He's like a
oh,
Greek god, like the
he's
whole
he's
notch.
a Donis. He's a Donis. Like yo,
Yo,
His
I know Steve
eyes
was in
were
there
bugging.
uncomfortable as fuck.
yeah.
His eyes were bugging out of his head. I was
You
like,
wanted you
"Holy
wanted
shit!
Steve's
Look at
back.
that high motherfucker! Why'd you even get on TV, man? You're so high. Fuck."
You wanted the US's Cunningham.
And then Ryan is saying that this is his last fight before he leaves Oscar. Like, yeah, I don't think he's leaving. I don't think Oscar is gonna let him leave.
Well, that's what they
Well,
were
Yeah, but
saying
how
about the
much?
rumor that Canelo's going to start his own promotional company and that he was gonna go to
I think
his.
I think Canelo will sign Virgil, but I don't think he'll sign Brian.
let's say Ryan dumbass isn't just doing wishful thinking. Maybe he's been working with Peanut Ricky behind the scenes and trying to find a way out of his shit too.
Yeah, but how
Yo,
long is that contract gonna last for, dude? It seems like he's got him in fucking blood or something. I mean, jeez.
I
I
would
think the contract it re-ups or it extends 3 more fights if he becomes a champion. I believe that's the
yes.
contract, right? Like three
If I
more
was him,
More
fights
than
I would
and
be
likely that's
trying to
in there.
lose.
Which is
If
why
I
I
was, if
think
I was,
if he's saying you go country, you go.
oh no, go ahead. It's not important. Go
All
ahead.
right. So I'm saying if he's saying, "Oh, I'm about to get out of here," you would have to find something. Maybe he got a little Canelo set up. Maybe he found Oscar doing something stupid he wasn't supposed to do, and like, "Oh, I get to get out of here and take it to court or some shit." I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if I was him, I'd be trying to lose instead of winning a belt, man, so I can get the fuck away from
Shouldn't have took the
Oscar.
fight in the first place. Honestly,
Right.
you shouldn't get the fight in the first place. Like, why the fuck you get your ass beat crying a sprinter van and you get a title shot? Like, fuck him and
Coming
Mauricio
off a
Pettit.
loss, no doubt, man. What the
like
fuck?
at this point you can't be mad at Turkey and Lufa because we got tomorrow a pay-per-view fight between a fighter that lost and a fighter coming off a draw. Like
A draw.
that's
That should have lost to a
that's
grandpa, a literal
to a
grandpa,
46-year-old Manny Pacquiao, bro, for pay-per-view. Nah,
a
get the fuck out
grandfather.
of here.
Yeah.
You
Well,
needed
I
a
mean, also
gift draw
Wilder's
over a
coming
grandfather.
off of two back-to-back losses, and
Okay.
I can't stand that fucker Garcia, man. Oh shit, who's
Somebody dropped their bullets.
yeah. Someone digging in the trash can, man.
Hey, Alvarez, you still on here?
Yo,
I guess not.
Al got him.
I was gonna tell him to look on like boxing showtimes or something to see where the fight was being shown.
and I glanced at X right now. You know what's even worse for Eddie right now, bro? Fucking here comes that motherfucker Chris Eubank talking shit. Like,
What?
yeah, bro,
About
fucking
what?
Chris. Because Chris hates everybody, right? But he specifically hates Eddie, and he was like, "Oh, you can see it on X, bro." But he's just talking shit. He's kicking Eddie while he's down. Like, fucking Eubank, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but I feel bad for Eddie because he did try to give us a fight. I mean, fucking Katie Taylor lost in her hometown. Like Canelo lost. Like he don't really rob fighters.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah, but he's kind of like he doesn't really think about like keeping him winning. He'll put him out there and just like be like, go ahead.
Oh yeah. I go ahead and fight. Fuck man.
They end up a lot of times his fighters end up losing. They lose their belt or they lose their O or whatever.
Katie
Yeah,
lost at home. Joshua lost in New York. His
Eddie,
US yeah.
Eddie's good at risking fighters, man. But I
Which
guess in the spirit of boxing, you're supposed to, right? So
yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with putting your fighters like it's sink or swim. Like, ain't no easy fights. There ain't no PVC shit out here. But damn, I think Dana's gonna do the same thing. Like, go out there and fight.
well, actually, it's what it's supposed to be. I mean that's why I ended up liking the ladies because like they actually were doing that compared to the
Yeah.
guys. You had a lot more drama, with the exception maybe a few, like maybe at the top of the ladies, but the majority of the ladies they didn't fuck around. They went out there and fought each other. With the guys, you get too much of this. Oh, we're brothers. We're not fighting each other, or oh, it's this or wrong side of the street or whatever the case, And it's
Yeah.
like, come on, man.
Hey,
Y'all gonna sit
country,
there and let the ladies outdo you? Are you fucking serious? Like, come on.
hey, country. I'll ask you. Are you a fan of the 3 minutes for the ladies?
No,
Thank you. Oh, me neither, bro. That shit, no. That
I
shit
don't.
looks like
I
Devin
don't
Haney out
think
there.
they can handle it, to be honest. And I think a lot. Well, we'll get more knockouts, but they're not. I don't think they can physically handle it. The majority. There may
Nah.
be a couple that could, but I think the majority wouldn't be able to handle it and wouldn't like it.
Yeah, like nah. Y'all ladies need to go back to at least go if y'all are doing 3 minute, 2 minute, 10 rounds. At least do 12 2 minute rounds at least, but don't do three. That's boring.
Yeah, I think the ladies are good right where they're at.
Yeah.
I find a lot of their fights enjoyable, man. You see some good fights between them.
Yeah,
You
and
get a lot of guys. You get a lot of guys out there just like, oh man, I don't give a fuck about ladies. This ladies boxing. Who gives a fuck? Well, you know what? You're missing out.
fucking Michaela Mayer, bro. I fucking love that girl.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but you got to admit, I forgot who was it that brought up this point that now that the purses are getting more interesting, you're starting to see some of the bullshit you see with the men. Like you kind of see that with Carolyn
Caroline.
Dubois. You kind of see that with
Yeah.
Carolyn that
Mhm.
you're very fucking specific about who you got all this energy. Well, yeah, it's easy to
I
jump
see
on
what you
Terry
mean. Yeah.
Harper. It's easy to go after Terry Harper, but the real smoking. Look, what made women's boxing so popular, or start to become popular, was that Katie was willing to fight everybody.
But
I don't make any bones about this shit. The big women's boxing boom is because Katie was willing to fight everybody. It's not because of anything Clarissa Shields did, bro. You could look at the numbers and see that not you guys, of course, but people in the media need to stop acting like it's something that Clarissa Shields did that led this thing to get to where it's at when her fights didn't get that many views on Showtime. What the fuck is y'all talking about? Her fights didn't get a bunch of views on Showtime,
the
I think
ladies
that's what
are
helped
still
boxing.
outdoing the men, though, Jules. They're
Say it
still
again.
outdoing the men.
In some ways, country, like you look at a fighter like Michaela, and you could definitely say that, But look at Chantel, bro. Look at Chantel. They ordered you to fight Sandy, and you ran away.
Only she won.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
there's
some
going to be some
bullshit.
boxers who are Yo, going to be like can that. I admit real quick? I was more entertained about Katie Taylor beating up Cindy Serrano than Demetrius Andre fighting, Papa Doc, whatever Papa Doc was, something whoever that was.
Yeah.
That was a
Country.
substitute for
He
Billy
said,
Joe.
yo, he said,
He
he
said
said
On
Papa
the,
Papa
Doc.
Doc.
Papa Doc.
yo, they were on the
Yeah,
same
Papa
card,
John's,
bro.
bro.
And that's when
Yo.
that fight
He
introduced me
said,
to
I'm
Katie
the
Taylor, and
daishiki smoking that liggy liggy.
he was
I
fighting the
became a
Papa
fan
John's general
instantly.
manager.
Yo, who the fuck is in the
Who's
hospital?
I don't
For
know.
real.
My fault,
Is
wait.
someone getting dialysis?
I keep thinking I'm muting myself.
Who's
You
in
know what
the
I'm saying?
ER?
He's getting a
Right, right,
prostate exam.
right. But you are starting to see it that okay, there are you see that Gabby Fundora, for example, all the real smoke and all the good fights are actually at super flyweight. Why are you still at flyweight? Why are you fighting this woman that no one knows when there's good fights and real fights at Superfly? You see Chantel Cameron, they ordered her to fight Sandy, and she hid behind I want to fight for 3 minute round. Well, you never said nothing about that shit before. You wasn't a big advocate of that shit before. You just
How
don't want to fight
convenient.
Sandy, right? So you're starting to see the bullshit. And with Carolyn, it's the same thing. That like Brody, everybody knows you beat Terry, and you knew. And I like Terry, like I respect Terry, but like you got to be real that Everybody knows you beat her. You know you beat her. That's why you're going after her. You don't want to be in the real fights. You didn't want to fight the Brazilian. Now you don't want to fight the Turk. You're probably never going to fight the fucking Turk just because she hits too fucking hard, right?
And
So
she's
you
more
go after
obscure.
Terry. Yeah, so you're gonna go after Terry, and it's like, well, everybody knows what's gonna happen in that fight, dog. If everybody knows what's gonna happen, that means it's not really that good a fight. Like, yeah, it could be a unification match and you're both champions, but what makes people watch is when they don't know what's gonna happen. Then they have to see, like, I don't know who's gonna win. I gotta watch it. That air of excitement. I like the card. You know what I mean? It's an okay card. I like the card. I really care more about Ellie's fight than Carolyn's, to be honest.
Wait, who's
But
on the card?
Shannon Courtney's on the card. Ellie Scottney's on the card. Chantel Cameron's on the card. Carolyn is.
Who's gonna be the U.S. broadcaster? Has that come out?
No, that hasn't come out. I still don't know. I don't know. I think it's gonna be DAZN.
Peacock?
I think it is because MVP does shows on DAZN, so I'm gonna assume it's DAZN, but they haven't said that, so it's a fair question. They didn't say that. I'm just assuming that.
I think Jake Paul going to the UK was probably the best thing he could have done because he wasn't gonna do shit in America with all them women.
That's not
I hate
true.
to say it, but bro,
No,
who
that's
they
not
got?
true.
Who do they got, bro?
That's not. It's not because of the women. I was saying that. It's because they're an alternative to going to Zuffa. They're an alternative to going to Zuffa. And what I thought they could do, just the out that they had, is, you know what? You guys do shows on DAZN. You do shows on Netflix. If Golden Boy goes under, maybe you pick up Floyd Schofield because you've used him before. Maybe you pick up David Benavidez if PBC can't accommodate him anymore. That it was never a given that all these fighters, right, that they're kind of floating around. It was never a given that they were all going to go to Matchroom. Like, nah, I don't think David Benavidez would ever go to Matchroom. And I used to think that he would go to Golden Boy, but Golden Boy might go under. So if you're not going to go, if Golden Boy is not an option, and I don't really see you going to Matchroom, you could have went to MVP. All these guys, like, tell me Ryan Garcia wouldn't be a great fit for MVP. That's social media influenced it out, bro. That's where you belong, bro. You don't belong in like
Golden Boy got to do a
boxing
fire
promotion.
sale. They got to do a
Yeah.
fire sale, man.
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna ask you. I was gonna ask you if you could put a percentage behind it. What's the percentage that Golden Boy goes under after Virgil shit?
If they lose Virgil, I'm about 85 to 90% sure they go under. If they lose Virgil. If they lose Virgil. And
Damn.
that's not
I think
cap.
it's already
That's
starting
not
to
cap.
go.
That's not
I think it's
cap
already
either.
starting to
Like,
go.
Yeah, because all they have is
He said
Gabby,
in the cloud.
Cameron.
yeah, that's
No.
like on one end they just signed a guy today, La Amenaza. I don't know if y'all seen that young kid. It's always a good sign when a promoter is able to sign new fighters. That's always a good sign. But at the same time, you have a lot riding on this Virgil Ortiz situation. You've said that yourself. Everybody knows what's going on with Ryan. You're down to 2 flagship fighters, and both of them want to leave.
And also doesn't help the situation that the Zerto and David fight's not even on DAZN. It's on Amazon.
that's when I asked that question earlier, right? I was being rhetorical because, like, look, it is bad optics that all of a sudden this fight is going to end up on the PBC. But the Zone really wanted that fight for the pay-per-view platform.
Well, the thing is that the zone needs to justify. Will they use it? Yes, because the zone needs to justify to me and you, why should we pay $40-something a month? Why should we sign up for the ultimate tier? What are we getting, right? So they're going to turn any solid fucking fight into a fucking pay-per-view. So yeah, they could use that fight to try. It doesn't do it for me, but in their mind, it'll spice up their ultimate tier. You get David Benvenuti and Zerto Booty Hole Ramirez, to them,
And then
Rapper Ramirez on the undercard.
Speaking of,
you know.
Why you gotta be all that for?
speaking of, hey Jules, speaking of where do
he's
people
zesty,
go?
bro.
Where is like Carmel Moten and
He's with
Schofield?
Manny
Where are they at?
Pacquiao. He's with Manny Pacquiao, bro. You don't
Both of
know?
them?
You didn't hear Carmel Moten is a Pacquiao fighter now.
No, I didn't catch that, man.
Yeah, he's a Pacquiao fighter now, bro.
Dude.
He's fighting on Manny. He's one of their boys now.
What about Mama Ho and his son?
Another-
Where are they at?
They need to leave those two
Well,
in
I
the
mean,
desert.
look, if the Schofields were to become free agents, I'm just saying, be honest, fellas. They're not going to go to Matchroom because they don't want real fights. They're not going to go to Matchroom. PBC is not an option. In this scenario, Golden Boy's not an option because they would have gone under. So where do they go? Where they've been before, MVP. Schofield fought
Into
under
the desert.
MVP before. Yep. He fought on MVP before. So he would take that WBA title over there. If he beats Lucas Badi, he would take that WBA title over there and he would be one of their male champions and undefeated. That's why I kind of thought they could do something in America, because if there's an exodus of male fighters that don't have fight dates, MVP does shows on 2 different platforms. They can keep you busy. If you don't want to go to Matchroom, right, and there's nowhere else to go, PBC is not an option, right? You could go to MVP. If you don't want to deal with Zuffa, you don't want to wear their shit, whatever, you don't want to go over there, you could go to MVP. They have money. They have their own money. They just did a Sky Sports deal. They got a Sky deal of their own. So, it's an
No, yeah,
Zuffa,
the
Zuffa and their
smartest thing
Chuck
was
E.
for them
Cheese
to go to the
belts.
UK. Yeah, like that was the
With the
smartest
women,
thing. Like, yeah, for the
with the
woman,
women,
but here,
yo,
I don't see it, bro. I don't see it here in the US.
with the women, yeah. But what I saw for them was, before we got to this point where Zuffa's scaring the shit out of everybody, what I thought was going to happen was, look, PBC's not going to get more dates. So those fighters are going to start to leave. And I kind of thought maybe Gary goes to MVP, maybe Brandon goes to MVP, Ryan, if he can get away from Golden Boy, he would go over there, and that would fortify their male stable because it is true, they need men. They do, like, bro,
yep.
y'all don't have enough guys over there. You don't. You need more guys. So I thought the same thing, but that's what I was kind of thinking would happen. Now, yeah, I don't know. Zuffa's buying up real estate left and right, bro. They just bought Baltic. They just bought Park Avenue. Now they're going for Boardwalk. Like, you know what I mean? They're
About to
buying
put
all the
hotels
slots.
everywhere.
So do you
Real.
think Connor signing to Zuffa, that's a definitive yes to him going back to 147?
No.
Because there's no junior middleweight.
He said something weird. He said, "I don't fear any man at any weight." And I just thought, what
said that
about
shit?
weight? Connor said that shit.
Oh
He
yeah,
said,
he
"I don't
did
fear
say
any
that
man
in
at any
that.
weight." He in that PSA shit that he said, and I'm like, "What are you about to fight Canelo? You
Oh
don't fear any
shit.
man. You don't
Damn.
fear any man at any weight." Why would that be a talking point? You don't fear any man at any weight. Oh, where are you going?
That's a side message, man.
Going up
It's it,
going up 21 pounds, bro. That's suicide.
He's gonna go
I'm just,
to
bro, I'm just
175.
brainstorming because what the fuck does that mean? I don't fear any man at any weight. Okay, fuck are you going? You about to fight Better Beef?
The trilogy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
are.
gonna
He's
be
gonna
the
I mean,
trilogy
no,
at
no
168.
no.
What
Shit.
if
what is
what if
it?
Virgil gets free and we see Virgil and him in the UK?
Virgil would beat the fuck yo
Mow
dog.
him
Virgil's gonna
down.
Ortiz him, bro.
Yeah,
That'll be
Bro, that
my
nigga would
fight
I
never
for
be
the
able to
UK,
wear a
man.
leather jacket again.
Connor
my
has
dude,
been.
I ain't gonna lie. I would be a Virgil fan that night. Not for nothing. I would be a
Type
Virgil
shit.
fan on some real shit.
I'll be Mexican for a night.
Or
Listen,
it could be Boots too at 54. I mean,
what you think? Connor went to Zuffa to fight Boots at 54.
oh yeah, I'm tripping. That's a fucking
And that's
that's an
Because no
85.
matter who they put in the ring with him,
This
no matter who
motherfucker's
they
been
put in the ring
drinking.
with him, it won't justify. Oh, shit.
No, go ahead, Miss T. Go ahead.
Wait. Oh, yeah, no matter who they put in the ring with him, it ain't gonna justify 18 fucking million. Just like you couldn't justify 16 for fucking Haney. My worst fear is they're gonna put both of them in the ring and then we're truly fucked. And you want
I
to see
would
that?
say
Butt wise.
Oh wait,
no.
Connor's gonna
Let's
run
say
at
this.
him.
Let's say this,
Yep.
Mr. T. Let's say this, Mr. T. In fairness,
Connor will run at him.
Connor would try to run him down. You know that. Like he
Yep.
would try to run him
Yeah.
down. He's not gonna
My bad.
he's not gonna
That would
flinch with him.
actually work.
So it might be a okay fight to watch if Connor tries to run him down. Then okay, this could be okay. Because that is what you got to do to Devin. You can't box him. You can't fence with him.
Mhm.
You got to try to run him down. You know?
You gotta show him who the real sex lord is.
Yeah, you got to pull your dick out and slap him with it, bro.
Yeah, well,
Fucking sex lord Devin. I fucking forgot about my
you timed that
sex lord.
perfectly because it just hit midnight.
Here we go.
Oh
Here we
shoot!
go, fellas. Here we go.
No,
It's time
God.
for sex, bro.
You know,
It's time for butt sex.
Does that qualify as a bounty, Mr. T?
It's the
He said
weekend,
that
bro.
right as midnight. He can't be
It's the
Was
touched.
that
Did
weekend,
Devin
Tony
bro.
say
Rapey?
butt
Touched.
sex?
They can't touch me, bro. They can't touch me, bro. Time for butt
Devin
You're
sex.
Rapey.
hiding behind Big Dick Dev?
Big Dick
oh,
Dev, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Devin Rapey.
Yo, the funny shit.
oh,
What the
God.
funniest
Jesus.
shit would be.
Jesus
The
Devin
Christ.
funniest shit
Rapey.
Dev Diddy.
would be if Bill. The funniest shit would be if Bill just joined the chat right now, and this the shit
He
we.
would.
Bruh,
Definitely would.
that's what he fucking pulls up
Bill does
to.
Shit's gonna
have
get
Google.
turned
Listen,
on.
Bill does
And
have
he's
Google
gonna
Hey,
list
before
off
hey.
the
Devin's
he's
name.
gonna list off the talking points. Youngest undisputed champion, you know.
Sex Lord.
You know,
We gotta give
Floyd
father
didn't
son.
do it.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, Manny didn't do it.
yeah, exactly.
You know,
But
hey.
50 and on the streets.
an $18 million. I'm just thinking that I forgot which one of you guys said it. Yeah, you could look at it as more of Turkey fucking off vast sums
Yeah,
of
me.
cash, but I happen to think, look, if you go as far as doing this, 18 million for a single fight on a single night, I think it's for something, bro. I do like it has to be
Spite
for
buying.
someone. So
Spite
so
buying.
so it could be, but don't you think that's excessive? Isn't that 18 million? That's a lot,
Yeah, but
bro.
he is that petty. He's a petty motherfucker.
That's
18 million
Extremely
for
petty.
who?
That's a different.
Wait,
Like,
18
look,
That's a
million for
different
who?
level of petty, bro. That's what I'm
Conroy.
asking, bro. That's what I'm asking. Who the fuck does Connor fight in between 147 to 160 that would justify $18 million? Who, bro? Xander?
Trilogy?
Lara.
Nah, because Chris ain't gonna do it. Wait a minute. Look, see, Chris is done at 60. That's established. He's done at 60. But if Connor fights him at 168,
I said that earlier. Fuck y'all.
You're gonna need a lot
but
of eggs.
I said the
Yeah.
trilogy at
Gonna need a lot
68.
of eggs.
you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. But look, I gotta go to the fucking gym tomorrow, and then I gotta go live for Lee Wood versus Josh Warrington. I'm gonna
Fuck
see y'all
yeah.
motherfuckers on the next one, man.
Saludos, y'all.
All right,
Yeah,
man.
All right.
slow.
Good night, Joe. Good night,